recognize the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Timothy Sylvester Harris, and the representative for constituency number 7. The Honorable Jonelle Powell, Minister of Sports, Culture, et al. The Honorable Akila Byron Nisbet, Minister of Health, et al. Senator Dr. Benicia Nisbet. Mr. Michael Morton, the Governor General's Deputy. I would also like to recognize Carleen Henry Morton, Permanent Secretary and the Minister of Tourism, and Mr. Morton. Raquel Brown, the Chief Executive Officer of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority. Hilary Hazel, the Financial Secretary of St. Kitts and Nevis. Ellis Hazel, the Chief Executive Officer of the Whitegate Development. Doretta Freights, Director, Investment Facilitator of Skipper. All the members of staff of the Ministry of Tourism and all the members of staff of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, and Danielle Taylor-Williams, the Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism. And whoever have been left out were mentioned before, so thank you. It is really a pleasure this afternoon to be here participating in this brief but significant ceremony to formally commission the recently completed Black Rocks viewing decks. This new addition to our tourism product has been creating quite a stir within the Federation over the last several weeks. The Ministry continues to receive rave reviews about the additional value that the suspended decks have brought to the already popular attraction, allowing patrons to experience up-close, wind-swept vegetation, rugged terrain and charred, volcanic ruins that litter the black sand beach below. Black Rocks is indeed an enigma, a mix of nature's destructive forces and her rugged charm and unconventional beauty. I am sure we've all seen on Facebook the magnificent drone footage of the decks. Citizens from across the entire Federation have flocked to the site in unprecedented numbers, proudly sharing their selfies and family photos. And the decks are featured in King Socrates' COVID-19 Calypso. And I have been told that in their relatively short lifespan, these decks have already hosted a number of children's parties. And just recently, one young man proposed to his girlfriend on one of the decks. Quite a lot of local traffic. These are the things that keep us inspired, keep us motivated in the Ministry of Tourism. Seeing our citizens appreciating, using, and familiarizing themselves with what we often refer to as the tourism product. In reality, these are our assets to be enjoyed first by us, lovingly cared for by us, so that they can be shared with our visitors when they come to our island. Yes, collectively, we are the custodians and stewards of the entire tourism product, natural and man-made, tangible and intangible. As we navigate the next 5 years, we can all expect and prepare ourselves to contribute to a more differentiated tourism product with special emphasis on the off-beaten track, rural outdoor experiences that more easily satisfy the COVID-19 physical distances and other protocols. The tourism destinations that will inspire traveler confidence and remain as competitive as possible in the prevailing circumstances will be those with low COVID-19 case numbers among the local population and clear guidelines and practices for minimizing the risk of contracting the virus. To this end, even while our borders remain closed, my team and I at the Ministry of Tourism, we continue to work with our partners in health, the COVID-19 task force, and our tourism stakeholders generally to plan and to prepare for the reopening of our borders to regional and international travel. I am taking this opportunity, therefore, as a fellow citizen and as the Minister of Tourism, to remind us all that successful management of the COVID-19 pandemic requires and demands an all-of-society approach. So far, our bars and our restaurants are open for business, and I appeal to the patrons and the businesses alike to adhere to the distancing and sanitizing protocols, so collectively we ensure that the rest of the sector can reopen in a safe and responsible manner. And stay open to continue welcoming locals and visitors alike. This is key to reviving businesses and resuscitating the local economy. With a fully functional and functioning tourism industry, we look forward to the completion of phases 1 and phases 2 of the St. Kitts Nevis government CDF project, the Strip on Frigate Bay, which we will deliver an information center, security station, restrooms, extended parkways and parkings, stalls for the craft vendors, shower stalls on the beach, turtle-friendly lighting, a boardwalk, an exit roundabout with sidewalk, and enhanced landscaping, just to name a few of the additional features. Likewise, construction of groins and breakwaters should commence shortly at the same venue to renourish the beach and return it to its former glory for our enjoyment and that of our visitors. We are also adding the final touches to the much needed restroom facilities at Cockleshell, and just last week, street lights were installed at the venue to afford a safer space for persons using the taxis at nights and patronizing entertainment spots in the area. As most of you may be aware, since January of 2019, the St. Kitts Eco Park is under the joint management of the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Agriculture, and we are currently investing significant effort and financing to create a premier agro-tourism product and attraction, affording tours that will tell of our stories of resilience, our stories of sustainability, our stories of food security, long before those became buzzwords. Some of the new features that are to be introduced shortly include butterflies, tilapia, and livestock exhibits, a replica sugar cane plantation with 3D images, a restaurant specializing in local dishes and beverages, a children's park, and recreational spaces and outlets retailing local goods and services. Many more upgrades will be added over the 3 to 5 year lifespan of this project. These are just a sampling of the major initiatives in which the Ministry of Tourism will be engaged to continue affording our visitors and citizens a myriad of opportunities to enjoy the entire island, from mountain to sea and everything else in between. For our food, entertainment, our history, our culture, our biodiversity, and the natural environment. We are also intensely focused on the human capacity development and training, ensuring that all our stakeholders operate at the highest customer service and health standards, especially in the era of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now more than ever, the sector needs our buy-in, collective solidarity and support, our commitment and abiding sense of purpose. As we fine-tune our plans for reopening our borders, today's celebration is yet another milestone of achievement at Black Rocks. It takes on a special meaning and a special manifestation of our bright hope and optimism for the future of the industry. The Black Rocks Enhancement Project actually started back in 2016 as a collaboration between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Whitegate Development Corporation. And so much has been accomplished over the years that has transformed this facility. Paved roads, sidewalks, and footpaths to the individual outlets, significantly improved drainage to prevent flooding, construction of 10 Chattel House-style retail outlets, and a reception office, additional washrooms and accommodations for the specially abled. Our residents from the nearby communities, employed as groundsmen, as maintenance and staff, and now the viewing platforms are the latest addition. And let me at this time express our heartfelt thanks to Mr. Ellis Hazel, CEO and Managing Director of the Whitegate Corporation, and also to the Whitegate Corporation generally, for their continued partnership and unwavering support on this project. All told, some $1.9 million has already been invested in developing and enhancing this natural attraction. And there's definitely more to come. Recently, delivered by His Excellency the Governor General, Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, Black Rocks has been identified as one of 5 locations for coastal protection and revetment intervention. Similarly, in the very near future, there are plans for a mini sugarcane museum within the Black Rock environs, for a sea grape planting exercise, and for the construction of a stairwell with handrails to the beach below. I have been advised that if you think that the views from up here on the pasture are stunning, you will be blown away by what the beachside has to offer. Wind-sculpted rock formations, 400-year-old lava flows frozen in time, wading pools and a blowhole that have been used for decades by Black Rock residents to master their swimming abilities, for which they are very well known. Mr. Hazel, Whitegate, I can't wait for us to embark on this new project that promises to deliver a whole new dimension to the Black Rocks experience. We must always remember that tourism is a final good. This means that as a destination competing for market share, we have always to bring our A game and remain laser focused on delivering excellence in all that we have to offer. We are in the business of creating brand ambassadors who will help us to market the destination among family, among friends, and on social media. The fascinating images, immersive, authentic experiences, and the human interest stories that will be added to the comprehensive Black Rocks tour are exactly the substance of a compelling, competitive tourism product that fuels connections and creates lasting memories that linger long after our guests have returned home. Blended, of course, with our warm Kittitian hospitality. These are the experiences that will have them flowing and following us, following their hearts back to St. Kitts and Nevis, to our shores time and time again, and bringing others with them. I want to congratulate the Black Rocks and Bellevue community and the Black Rocks vendors for the great job you have been doing so far in preserving and caring for this site. Give them a round of applause, please. Special thanks, of course, go to Casey, Gurley, Orland Bell, and Julian Samuel for your regular contributions to maintaining the grounds and the facilities. Give them a round of applause, please. Keep up the good work. We too note the wear and tear on the booths from the natural elements at the Black Rocks and assure you that we are preparing to address this as a matter of course in the short to medium term. As residents of a proud Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, we all have a duty and an obligation to look after these newly constructed platforms and protect and preserve them, preserve this site for posterity, to carefully dispose of our waste so it does not end up in the ocean or littering the landscape. We can volunteer individually or as part of a group to assist with replanting the sea grapes, and do continue to post the attractions on social media, hashtag St. Kitts Tourism. Virtual experiences are the way to go now to satisfy our wanderlust until travel resumes. However you choose to do it, just market our iconic sites and inspire travel to our islands. Remember, we begin the task of being good ancestors, of building a strong and lasting legacy in tourism while we are yet alive. I end by reminding us of the mission statement of the St. Kitts tourism sector, which is to provide a consistently outstanding visitor experience through the sustainable development of the human, natural, and cultural resources of St. Kitts in order to maximize opportunity, prosperity, and quality of life for present and future generations of all citizens. May God continue to grant us the wisdom and the strength to persevere in our endeavor and in this endeavor. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention and for your presence here this afternoon into the evening.